What's up guys, Omega here and welcome back to GT7 for a lap guide of the new time trial that has just been released. This one bringing us to Catalunya, no chicane, in the Group 3 cars on hard tyres. We have 13 days to do this time trial and try to get gold to win 2 million credits. The current world record at the time of recording is a 1 minute 39.250 set by Chicane Gr3 in the BRZ, and the BRZ does definitely seem to be a strong car here, but I personally prefer using the Porsche and it's definitely achievable to get gold in the Porsche. So currently to get gold you need a 142.227. I'd say anywhere maybe mid 141s should be fine for gold. So hopefully you find this video useful. If you do, let me know by dropping a like on it and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future content, and let's get into it. So starting off the time trial, you start around this point, and as always you want to get the best run you can out of the last corner over the start finish line as you possibly can. And so obviously just flat out all the way down the straight, and our braking point for this first corner comes up on the left as this little black box, and you want to get up on the curb a little bit here to widen your entry into the corner. And as you turn in and brake, you want to try to aim your right hand wheels over this little extra bit of curb here while getting back on the power, short shifting up to third gear before you hit this apex, getting the left hand wheels up over this little bit of extra curb. And now for this next corner, just lift and let the car coast. Try to get close to this corner and stay on this curb until around the point that this fencing on the left disappears from your screen, and then back on the power and flat out to the next corner. Now you want to get the car up on this curb as much as possible, braking a little bit before this bridge, all the way down to first gear, back up to second, let the car coast for a second, and then back on the power, using the full width of the track on the exit. Try to get the car back over to the right hand side of the track, and you're looking for this little black box on the left as your next braking marker for this corner, shifting all the way down to first gear as you hit about the middle of the apex, back up to second and back on the power for the exit, then flat out until you reach the end of this curb. Then you want to be back on the brakes, down to second gear. I messed this up a little bit, so I do go back to first, but you ideally want to hit this inside apex, not too hard though, because you will put the car out of balance, letting the car dip into this curb but not too much because you will get a penalty, and then flat out up here until you hit the end of this curb, applying a slight tap of the brakes and turning in, and then back on the power as soon as possible. Use the full width of that part of the track as you run off, and as you approach this left-hander coming up, you want to be looking for this little pole on the right, braking all the way down to first gear, rotating the car in and modulating the throttle so you don't spin. And I found short shifting to third before you go over this apex is best, because otherwise the car tends to lose traction. Now for this right-hander, you want to go back down to first gear, keep it nice and tight to the apex, back up to second, and as you get past this little bit of extra curb on the right-hand side, you want to be back on the power for the exit. Now for this corner, you just want to lift off the accelerator, let the car turn in, cut quite a lot of the corner, then back flat out. And then for this final corner, you want to be right up on the curb, braking it about halfway onto this yellow strip, turn the car in, try to meet the inside apex, and then flat out to the line. And that's good for a 1 minute 40.564. So I'll let that play back in full speed now so you can see it in real time, and then I will allow it to play in the chase cam view, and I'll catch you at the end of the video. So that's it, guys. I hope you do find the guide useful. If you do, let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.